Hey everybody, I have here with me today on A Voice to Be Reckoned With, actor, director, and writer, Bill Foster. Bill Foster is coming out with his movie, Showdown on the Brazos. So definitely stay tuned for more information about the movie. Bill is here today to share his ventures with taping the movie and when we might be able to expect it. And I'm just so stoked to have him here. Also, if you didn't know, Bill Foster used to be in the educational field. He was a principal, superintendent for over 30-something years. That's so amazing. And let's open our ears and our hearts and A Voice to Be Reckoned With and welcome Bill Foster. Oh yeah, silly me, by the way. I'm your host, Brandy Joy, and let's get started. Hey everybody, so I need some help. I invited Bill Foster here. Yeah, I said it. Bill Foster. Yeah. I invited him here today on my show, to talk. He can tell us some things about his movie, Showdown on the Brazos, and everything that's going on with it and how it was. I mean, I'm stoked. But if I failed to mention, this is like a surprise welcome party to my show. So I was like, what should I call it? I don't know. And then I thought, how about, hey, Bill. Welcome to the party. This is for you? Something like that? No? Well, here I go. And by the way, I'm not even nervous. I'm about to kill it. Make sure you're there at the party, though. On time. We want to make sure he has the best time. Right here at A Voice to Be Reckoned with Brandy Joy. Let's go. Oh, good. Everyone's here. Come on in. Hurry. Take a seat. All right. Yes. Okay. Shh. Be quiet. Remember, surprise. Remember keyword here? Surprise. Thank you. Oh my gosh. How do I look? What? I know that we're not in person, but still, you can just feel what someone looks like, right? Oh. Anyways. Okay, so I think he's almost here, guys. Okay. Oh my goodness. What? My hands aren't sweaty. I just washed them. Thank you very much. Anyways, this show is about to begin, guys. And let me tell you, I just want to say thank you for all that supported me and my craziness in trying to make this the most fantastical time with Mr. Bill Foster. Why are you guys looking at me like that? Please don't look at me like that. I don't want Bill to look at me like that. I want him to want to do lots of shows and with me and go to his vineyard and meet his family and stuff, okay? What? I don't sound like a crazy fan, okay? I am professional and genuine, okay? I was born this way. Anyways. Oh, be quiet. I think he's coming. Okay, all right. So, when he gets in here, guys, what are we going to say? Right, nothing, because the show is about to start with Mr. Bill Foster and A Voice to Be Reckoned with Brandy Joy. Let's go. Hello, thank you for joining us, Mr. Would you like me to call you Bill, Mr. Foster?
Yeah, no, Bill is great.
Okay, sounds good to me, Bill. So I'm excited to have you here.
Thank you. Excited to be here.
Yes, and thank you for doing me this. I just always get very I take when I'm able to interview someone, especially someone like you yourself. I take it, I'm honored.
Well, thank you. I'm honored to be on your show.
Thank you. So, can you go ahead and enlighten my listeners and let them know who you are and what it is that you do?
Okay. Yeah, I'm Bill Foster. I live in Central Texas. We live on a vineyard. We're putting in a vineyard since we retired. I retired from school business. I was a teacher, principal, and superintendent. All that encompassed in 33 years. Different districts in Texas, but after a while, I figured, okay, I've tortured everybody long enough, I'll retire. And so my wife put in 31 years teaching, and so we retired and bought some land and started the vineyard. And little did we know, I would start acting and being in a lot of different things. And I was a writer before I retired, but I didn't have much published until after I retired, so I'd have more time to dedicate to that. And then I started a little project. It was going to be just a little bitty movie, and it's turned into an award-winning movie script, and we're shooting. It's going to be 3 or 4 actors, and now we're up over 200 actors, and we're going to actually wrap it this weekend. And that's who I'm kind of talking to in the background as they pass. We've got some actors and PAs and assistant directors coming over to my house tonight. We're going to have a meeting here in just a little while to try to discuss our plans for this weekend, and then get that last 2 days shot and go in post-production. And it's a Western called Showdown on the Brazos. And like I said, we've got over 200 actors, and everybody's just done such a great job. And it's about 2 Texas Rangers, and one of them, his family gets killed, so he quits being a Texas Ranger. And he gets talked to going back into being a Texas Ranger for one last ride because he finds out he's going after the actual outlaws that killed his family and left him for dead. So sets up a good revenge. And I've been meeting with our composer, Evan Evans. If you're a jazz pianist fan, you'll recognize that name to a point. Bill Evans is his dad. Passed away several years ago, but he had like 18 Emmy Award-winning records, and so he was amazing. So his son is going to do composing for our movie.
Wow.
So we got an offer from 2 places for distribution, and so once we get those contracts in, we'll know where it's going to be shown.
Okay. Wow. And it's a showdown in...
Showdown on the Brazos is the movie. I've been in several other movies as featured extras and a few speaking lines. I got to star with Pierce Brosnan in The Sun a couple of years ago. I've been on Alita Battle Angel with Christoph Waltz. Actually shot one yesterday with his name left me, but Rob Lowe. I got to see him yesterday morning. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Then I was got to be in the Coen Brothers Ballad of Buster Scruggs. Got to work with the Coen Brothers, and that was an amazing event, And so now we're making our own movies, and we're going to have another movie coming up. We'll shoot a short movie in December called "I've Got Your Six," where everybody in the movie is a veteran, and it's dedicated to veterans. We're going to show that veterans, there's always, I've got your six, which means I've got your back in military terms. And so we're doing that to show that when they feel like they're alone and they don't have anywhere to turn, there's always a lot of veterans out there that can sympathize with them and can help them out in those situations. We've already partnered with Texas Veterans for Outdoors, and we're going to partner with maybe one more veteran organization, so that way any proceeds we make will go to those organizations.
That's amazing. That's amazing. I definitely hands in, for that, because I feel I wanted to do a show, for veterans, because I feel like, how you said when they start to feel alone, and because they've served our country. I teach, I'm in school too, and I was teaching my kids. When we didn't come to school that day, I asked them, I said, why we take this day and what it is, and they're like, well, what is a veteran? And I said, okay, well, let me tell you, And so I explained to them, I said, they served us, they served their country, you know what I mean? And they protect, they left their families, and I just feel like should get more than what there should be no veteran left, without, without anything. If you ask me, I think they're taken care of for the rest of their lives. And we owe everything to them. And we've got, one of the guys who's in my Showdown movie, he's also plays the deputy that finds the elderly man. That's what it is, an elderly man. It's a World War II veteran. He escapes from a nursing home. And so they find him, this deputy finds him. They hit it off really well because they're both veterans. There's some more conflict that comes into play that shows veterans from all over to kind of drop what they're doing and come out and support and stand behind the old man, so that way he gets all the time he wants. So it's going to be pretty moving, and we're looking forward to filming it. Wow. That's amazing. Well, I definitely know I will be
I'll definitely be watching. I love movies like that. And,
yeah, it's going to be a short, like a 20-minute. We don't know where we're going to put it, like Facebook or Instagram. We don't know if we're going to shoot it that direction. Of course, we'll do film festivals with it too, but we're just going to try to get the word out for everybody. And so it's kind of our little dedication to the veterans.
Yes, most definitely. Right here on the show of Voice to Be Reckoned with, so Brady Joy, we definitely will promote your movie.
Thank you very much.
You're so very welcome. Most definitely. Wow. Okay. So, as far as, you said you always did writing. What was can you recall the very first thing you wrote?
Very first thing, I wrote a lot, as far as in school, and I can remember that the teacher always read it to the rest of the class because it was really always really creative. Now my English side, the grammar side of it, I always had to work with. They always talked about how creative the stories were, and so then I wrote a novel, and way back in 1990, somewhere along in there, made all the mistakes you can make on your first novel, and so it's on the shelf now. But the more you write, the better you become at it, and so I've got one on Amazon.com called Showdown on the Guadalupe. It's a Western. I also have a play on Amazon.com called Windows Home. It's a military play about Vietnam POW. And what that is it shows that not only does the soldier go to war, but then who he leaves behind at home has to fight their daily battles too. It just recently played at Brownwood, a local theater, for 9 performances, 9 standing ovations. So it was really surreal seeing something you wrote come to life on stage.
Yeah, that's got to be pretty amazing.
Yes, it was. So hopefully it's going to get produced in other places. I know there's another town here in Texas that's going to produce it, and then it's going to a contest in Oklahoma too. So the more we get it out there, the more performances it has. So, but it's a really busy time for us right now. It's exciting, but busy.
Busy is good. That means that things are happening.
That's right.
That's amazing. That is amazing. Have you ever, when you were younger, and you were writing, but you hadn't really, stepped into the role, did you do any acting back then too?
No,
any plays or anything?
No, never did any acting in plays, or we did a few little class plays. That's nothing to really talk about on that. I do know when I was like 2nd or 3rd grade, the teachers going around the classroom asking everybody what they wanted to be when they grew up. And I was going to tell them a movie star, and the girl next to me said movie star, and all the kids laughed at her, so I didn't want them to laugh at me, so I made up something else on the spot real quick. So, I always wanted to be like John Wayne, Elvis Presley, and all different movies, so that's kind of where we ended up. But, and then you got reality hits in, you do everything else, go out and make a living, and then you kind of start, I retired and saw an audition. I thought, why not? Retired, looking for something to do, have time, and it's just turned into nearly a full-time job.
Wow. That's amazing. You had a vision, and you went with it, and you followed through with it.
Yeah, it's scary at first because you don't know if people will like it. And I had a couple of people that really pushed me hard because I kept trying to back out of making the movie, and they just kept telling me, "You're going to do it. You're going to do it. You're going to do it." And finally, I said, "Okay." Well,
Hey, if you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or your computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Listen closely. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. And then you can listen to me, Brandy Joy, with a voice to be reckoned with.
We're going to do it, and here we are. We're just about wrapped up. Distribution, fixing to be worldwide distribution, and it's an exciting time. We'll see it on shelves and everywhere else. So, looking forward to that. Looking forward to getting it finished, for one. So we started filming in January of 2009.